Hey everybody, this is TJR.
This is Superfan.
And going to talk about something that recently happened. I was doing some work on YouTube, and in case you're not aware, when you have a YouTube channel and you start to create videos for that channel and post them, there is an administration page for you as the YouTube content creator, so to speak. And so I am working on that page. I am doing some work, and I see that I've gotten a notification from YouTube that one of my videos has been demonetized, stating that the copyright holder has filed a claim. Now, what this means is I don't get a strike. It doesn't count against me, but I can no longer get money from this video. The copyright holder, or the person claiming to be the copyright holder, is saying, this is mine, this is my content, and therefore I should get the money. Now, what happens with this is YouTube basically says you're guilty until proven innocent. They don't challenge the person saying, are you the copyright holder? Or saying that they're the copyright holder. They don't challenge that. They just assume that they wouldn't say that if they weren't being honest about it, which is, of course, ridiculous, because a lot of people will try to claim copyright on videos that they have no claim to, because they figure maybe you won't do anything about it and they can start earning money from it. Now, in this case here, I guess, yeah, it is legitimate. And let me talk about this here. The reason I'm talking about this is because in the end, it's very ironically funny. The video in question was a video I posted 5 years ago. In that video, I talked about my 3 favorite movies of all time. What had spurred on this video was that I asked everybody to tell me their top 3 favorite movies, and I said you can also pick a wild card in addition to your top 3. I got a lot of responses, and I said that after everybody responded, I would post my top 3 plus a wild card. So I made a video where I talked about those 3 movies plus my wild card. I gave some commentary. I showed images from the film. I even had short clips. Now, when you include short clips, either video or audio, of content that is not yours, if they're short clips, it should fall into the realm of fair use, because you're discussing it, you are reviewing it, and what you're doing is transformative. You're not
promoting their product.
Well, in the end, yes, you are promoting it. If you're saying it's good, of course. If you're saying it's terrible, then I don't know. But then some people will check out stuff because they've heard it's terrible, because they want to see how terrible it is. So in a way, the actual creator of the media that you're discussing, be it a film or song, whatever, they are going to certainly get some promotion out of it.
Yeah.
One way or the other. So in my video, I had some short clips. And what I always do, and what I think every content creator does, is you upload the video, and usually once it's done uploading, it will go through checks. They'll check to see if there's any copyrighted content. Now, sometimes you'll get a notice right away saying, yes, there's copyrighted content in here. This gives me the opportunity to edit my video and then re-upload it. Sometimes this is because the clips are too long. I have found that as long as you keep your clips under 10 seconds, you're usually fine. But sometimes I go a little over by mistake, or I still get a notice. So at that point, I can remove the clip. Now, when I first uploaded my video, I got no claims. I was told I was fine.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, yes. And so I uploaded it. Now, not too long into the video going public, I did get a notice for some of the clips to my wildcard movie. And so I had to remove those clips. By the way, the 3 films plus the wildcard were The Wizard of Oz, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Amadeus. My wildcard movie was Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, an animated movie that I would often tell people is the best Batman movie. So first it was my wild card. This was not too long after it uploaded and was not too long after it went public. So within YouTube's editing system, they have an editing system. Once you've uploaded something, if you take it down, you lose all your views and you lose all your comments. So you do have the ability to actually cut out that short segment. YouTube will remove it. You just give them the time signatures, you follow the instructions, they'll remove it. And then they can't demonetize your video anymore. They can't claim it because you've removed it. So now you can continue to get the ad revenue. So I did that. Now fast forward to 5 years later, and I get another copyright claim from Warner, Home Video, Warner, whatever. And they say, because I'm using clips from the film Amadeus. Now, first of all, I'm of the opinion that there should be, what's the word I'm looking for?
A time limit?
There's a better word. That's basically it. Statute of limitations. That's it. Yeah, that after a certain point, if you haven't really claimed this, you've
given up your rights.
At least on this one video, And the thing is, once again, these are short little clips. It's not like I'm letting you watch the whole movie. Nobody is going to say, well, I don't need to watch this movie anymore because I can watch these clips on this video that TJR uploaded. No one's going to say that. No one's going to do that. But anyways, though, so they said, that I can no longer monetize this video. The money made off this video will now go to, basically to Warner.
And now let me clarify or ask you. So they're taking everything?
They're taking any money that the video makes moving forward. Because I've already been paid out. You get your payouts every month. Now, as long as you reach a certain threshold, you get your payouts every month. So they can't take back the money that's already been paid to me, but they can take money moving forward. Now,
for not just their movie, but all the other movies that you're promoting as well.
Since they're the only one filing a claim, at this point they would get to take all the money that it makes. Now, I believe I think all the movies that I mentioned are now at this point in time owned by Warner Media, because The Wizard of Oz was an MGM film, but it is now owned by Warner Media. So was 2001: Space Odyssey. That was an MGM movie. Yeah. That is now owned by Warner Media. Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, DC Comics, that's owned by Warner Media. And and Amadeus, I guess Amadeus is owned by Warner Media then, yeah. So basically, I guess they can claim the whole thing, but all they're claiming it for was just the clips of Amadeus, not the clips of 2001: A Space Odyssey, not the clips of The Wizard of Oz, just from Amadeus. Now, I could, of course, do what I did with Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. Go into YouTube's editing system, have them remove those clips, and just let it continue without it. Now, here's the funny thing, though. This is why I haven't exactly, made it a priority to take care of this. That video came out 5 years ago. It didn't get, a ton of views. It got some views, but nothing, serious. And after the first 30 days it was out, that was pretty much its peak. At this point now, I'm lucky if that video makes maybe a penny a month at this point. It never caught on in a big way. And so basically, Warner Media, however they're called right now, has filed, a copyright claim on a video that, if they're lucky, is maybe earning a penny a month. Maybe.
Yeah, but you add that penny up times all of the content creators out there that are using clips from their movies.
Uh-huh.
I
guess. And maybe it's $20
No,
a month.
It's going to be more than that.
And saying a penny is generous, to be honest. It's probably more like quarters of a penny, eighths of a penny. Calling it a penny a month is actually being quite generous, because I just don't like to get into that much minutia. So I'm kind of laughing about this because, wow, Warner, you're on top of it, guys, because, this video is making so much money. So it's not like I've been now, if the video was doing some of my videos still make regular money for me every month. And if it was one of those videos, yeah, I'd take out that content. Now, I've been thinking about this lately. A lot of times when you get a copyright notice like this, most people won't fight it because they'll decide it's not worth it. They'll just try to remove the content, or they'll just let it go if it's not really earning anything, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just letting this one go because it's not really earning anything. It's made the money it's going to make at this point.
Yeah.
Of course, talking about it here, you might all decide to go watch it. And then you'll help Warner earn maybe a nickel or a quarter if you do.
Be kind. Support Warner Brothers. Give them their nickel.
Give them their nickel, yes.
They need that nickel.
They need that nickel. But the thing is and I should explain how the system works. I will oftentimes get a copyright notice from somebody who has no business. So I'll always contest those. What happens is they back off at that point because they know they have no claim. But here's how it works. A company like Warner Media files a copyright claim because you used 15 seconds of a song that they own the copyrights to, or a movie that they own the copyrights to. And at that point now, you can contest it. In the case of maybe me using 10 seconds of a movie clip, I would say that's fair use. Now, at that point now, Warner Media has to decide to either back off and let it go because they agree it's fair use, or they can say, nope, we're still contesting this. Now, if they do that again, a second time, I'm allowed to say, no, it's fair use. And at that point, if they still want to contest it, now they have to take legal action. YouTube will not arbitrate in any way, shape, or form. They don't want to get their hands dirty with any of this. Now it's just that they have to take me to court now if they want to proceed with this. A lot of people just won't go there against a giant company like Warner Media. But I am kind of curious this time because this video is not earning squat. And, say, no, it's fair use. See if they say, we disagree, and then contest it again. I wonder, would they really bother to take me to court over a video that earns nothing?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If it's found that it's not fair use and
It is legally fair use what I'm doing, but a court still has to kind of determine that. If you just looking at it, it is. But now go ahead. What do you want to say? I'm sorry.
What I was trying to say is they could potentially include, if you lose the lawsuit, you have to pay their attorney fees.
Sure.
Which could be sizable.
Yeah, you're right. But would they be willing to do that over something that is not earning them anything? Or would they just back off and say, this is not worth contesting because it's not earning us anything? Would they still take me to court? Looking at the video and seeing, oh, these are the views it's gotten. We are not going to we're not going to bother with taking somebody to court over a video that doesn't even earn a penny a month. Really, are they really going to do that? It'd be interesting to see if they do or don't. Because if they do, my first thought, maybe contact, the Electronic Frontier Federation.
The Electronic Freedom Foundation?
No, I believe it's called the Electronic Frontier Federation.
No, Freedom Foundation.
Well, we'll look it up and find out. Let's not. You can look it up right now if you want. But my first thought would be to contact them about it. The negative publicity that this could generate for them, taking someone to court over a video that earns a penny at most a month, and how ridiculous it would make them look, how petty it would make them look. I have to kind of wonder about that, if they're really willing to go there. Again, most people will just not bother.
Okay, you're right.
It is the Electronic Frontier Federation.
Foundation.
Okay.
We're both right.
Foundation. Okay, we're both right. Anyways, though, It does make me wonder though. But one thing I would ask is don't go watch the video because I really don't want them to get anything for it. And I also don't want to take out the offending content because if I do challenge them, I need that to be there. Of course, I could repost the video without any clips and ask you all to watch it just to help me out here. I could do that, I suppose. But I don't know. I've been thinking about this one. That my first thought was just don't bother with it. It's not worth the effort. It's not even earning anything, you know. But at this point, I'm thinking maybe I should just leave it the way it is. Just contest it. Leave the video the way it is. In other words, don't edit out the actual offending clips, the short little clips from Amadeus, the movie. Anyways, though, I just thought this was incredibly just funny in many respects. You know, that they would bother with this. But then again, it's all bots. You know, it's all bots. That's what's doing this. And again, I think there should be a statute of limitations. But at any rate, though, at some point, YouTube has got to basically find a way to just determine or enforce fair use, but they don't want to be involved.
Well, they did get involved and they were kicking people off. Remember what happened to us before?
Yeah, there was, and I should explain, quite a number of years ago, I recorded an original song called American Idol. It was very critical of the TV series. I made a video that was definitely fair use. We even talked to someone who worked for the U.S. Copyright Office that said, yeah, your video's fair use. And in that video, I intersperse clips of myself with clips of the American Idol judges where it's supposed to look like I'm auditioning for the show. And this leads me into playing a song that's an original song of my own that I wrote. The video was going viral very fast, but within 3 to 4 days, Fremantle Media, the company that owns American Idol, had my video taken down. This was back when you couldn't really dispute this stuff.
Yeah.
You just they just came in and said, take that video down. He's violating our copyright. YouTube was like, yes, we'll take it down. It's gone. And that was back in the days when it was just the Wild West.
Well, not only did they take it down, they blocked your page.
Yeah, they blocked my channel because I'd already had 2 other copyright hits. Back in those days, any kind of copyright hit was like bad news. I covered a song by 2 different artists that I didn't know would lose their minds if you covered their songs. Nowadays, everybody knows that you don't even talk about these artists because they're so copyright crazy. That's Prince, and that's the Eagles. I've gotten copyright notices for videos I made about the Eagles just because I talked about them. Didn't play any of their music, just talked about them. But,
Not the Eagles.
Huh?
Eagles.
I'm not calling them Eagles. They're the Eagles. I don't care. But I might get a copyright notice just for mentioning their name here in this video. But they're absolutely nuts about this. Prince, of course, when he was alive, if you like I said, covered one of his songs, boom, he'd hit you with a copyright strike, and 3 copyright strikes, and you lost your channel. It's very different now. Nowadays, if you get what's called a copyright notice, not a strike, a notice, which says either 1, you can't monetize this video, or 2, your video's blocked. But that doesn't mean it's a strike where you would lose your channel.
And you have recourse. You
have recourse. You can dispute it. Because again, I do get people claiming copyright on videos that they have no claim to.
Yeah, Joe Blow claiming a copyright of a Warner Brothers movie title. It can be anybody's.
Yeah. And those I dispute all the time, and they never contest it. The person making the claim backs off because they know they don't have anything.
And then there are some where they take a portion of your money if you're doing like a cover.
Yeah, and there are some artists who, if you do a cover song, they'll share the monetization with you, which is, I think, super cool.
Because they're recognizing your work.
Yeah. And
but they're taking a portion, and they're entitled to that. That's fine.
Don't ever expect the Eagles to do that, though, by the way.
Or Prince.
Or Prince. Well, now I've noticed ever since Prince passed away, I've seen more people covering Prince songs and not getting their videos taken down.
He was offended when people would cover his music.
Yeah.
And
the estate has a different attitude towards it, I've noticed.
I think the estate is, give me all the money I can.
Yeah. I guess Prince said, I've already got all the money I can, so I don't need you to earn me extra. I guess that was Prince. But yeah, Prince was deeply offended if you covered his songs. He felt nobody should have a right to cover his songs. But of course, I've covered songs and I've released them. When you actually release a cover song, you don't have to get the artist's permission. You just have to pay them the royalties. That's all you have to do. And you have to get a license. You have to pay for the license. That's what you have to do. And I'm sure that pissed Prince off that he couldn't keep people. He once said in an interview, I wish nobody was allowed to cover anybody's songs. He actually said that in an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a move.
It doesn't get much more arrogant than that.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant musician. I'll always admire him as a musician. But yeah, he's just...
He was wacky.
Yeah, wacky doodle. So anyways, this happened. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this here. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe in this situation, I will contest it. And if they don't back down, I'll contest it again. And just see what happens. Are they really going to take me to court for a video that will earn them nothing? Are they really going to do that?
Well, and actually now I'm thinking about it. It would, because the amount is so small.
Yeah.
They would have to take you to small claims court. They can't take you to regular court, I don't believe, because it's a small claim.
I wonder.
We'll have to check into that. But
yeah. I think it would be good to try to get as much consultation beforehand. But I just have a feeling about this that I should just give it a shot, give it a go. If there is anyone out there watching of the lawyerly persuasion, especially in regards to copyright,
yeah, your feedback is welcome.
Your feedback would be very welcome. Well, everybody's feedback is certainly welcome. We love hearing it. But especially on this, if you're of that persuasion, I would like to hear what you have to say about it. This is fair use. What I'm doing is fair use, without a doubt. But, and that's the thing. YouTube really has to figure out a better way to deal with this it's better than how it used to be. I'll give them credit. Back when just anybody could just say, copyright strike, take down his channel, take down their video. There literally was somebody who claimed 3 copyright strikes against Justin Bieber's YouTube channel, who had no business doing it, but did it just to show how stupid YouTube's copyright claim system was. And Justin Bieber's channel got taken down for copyright claims. Yeah. And the difference was, of course, that Justin Bieber had big lawyers and a record label behind him saying they could reach out to YouTube and actually speak to somebody at YouTube and say, what the are you doing? You took down our artist's channel and you let someone who had no business claiming it take it down. And, YouTube got caught with their pants down on that one. And it's incidents like that that led them to improve their system to where it is now. So again, just let us know your thoughts. As always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like. It helps a great deal. A big thank you to the Patreon supporters. Patreon supporters do get exclusive videos not available on this channel. And thank you.
Fierce and mighty.
Yes, and thank you most of all just for tuning in. And we'll talk to you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.